We've been keeping you updated about COVID-19, and now the Oregon Health Authority is speaking today about something else. It's monkeypox, with 6 cases now confirmed in Oregon.
What about a vaccine? Jenny Young spoke with one of the state's senior health advisors about who would be eligible for it. What did they tell you, Jenny?
All right, Jeff Liz, so 193 doses of that vaccine here in Oregon. OHA says that they expect to hear from the federal government very soon, as early as tomorrow or next week, about when the state will receive more. But in the meantime, folks who are eligible, well, it's those who've come in contact with somebody who has a confirmed or presumptive case of monkeypox, or people who are traveling to areas where the virus is spreading.
When more vaccine becomes available, our goal is to offer vaccination to people at increased risk of exposure to HMPXV, which broadly includes cisgender and transgender men who have sex with men, and transgender women who have sex with men who've had more than one sexual partner in the prior 2 weeks.
In the United States, there are currently 604 cases of HMPXV, also known as monkeypox. Of the 6 confirmed cases here in Oregon, 3 are in Multnomah County, 2 in Washington County, and 1 in Lane County. OHA says those cases are all men. There have been no reported deaths in the U.S. In fact, the virus's fatality rate is just 1 to 3%. However, health officials say it is particularly dangerous for certain people, including children.
People at risk for severe disease include children under 8 years of age, pregnant people, people with compromised immune systems, and people with atopic dermatitis or blistering skin diseases.
According to OHA Senior Health Advisor Dr. Tim Menza, symptoms include a rash that may be subtle, sores around the mouth and genitals, and sometimes, but not always, flu-like illness. Menza says the virus spreads through close personal skin-to-skin contact with a person who has symptoms. Dr. Menza tells us OHA is providing guidance to Oregon's doctors about testing procedures and how to recognize symptoms. He says anyone can be affected by the virus, but the latest global outbreak has largely affected gay, bisexual, and other men who have sex with men.
If you don't feel right, have a rash or other concerning symptom, avoid close personal and skin-to-skin contact with others, and talk to your provider.
All right, he says this does not have a high spread rate, especially compared to COVID, but do be mindful if you're going out to a festival, a concert, a party, or a place that is crowded. Reporting live tonight, Jenny Young, Point 6 News.